What's going on, guys? Today I want to make a comment here, which is going to be a follow-up from the previous one that I made, which was about the Elgato issue that I had, and not really because much has changed since then, but I have gotten a new Elgato, so I wanted to talk about the issues that I have with the new one. And there's a few things which I have had issues with, and the first one I have noticed with the footage that when you record with that one, it does sometimes record like an echo or double audio thing going, which is very inconsistent, and it happens like for maybe 30 seconds or so, and I don't know what causes it and what to really do in order to fix this issue, but hopefully I can get that figured out soon so that it won't be something that I have to deal with moving forward, but it will be something that you may notice in future gameplays when it comes to PS4 stuff, and also in It Takes Two, because I know I continued It Takes Two after I got my new Elgato, and from where it stopped with the previous footage recorded with my last Elgato capture card and going into the new footage with the new Elgato recorded stuff, you will basically from that point be able to hear what I mean with the echo or something like that. And I will also mention it in the video description on that video, but I don't know when exactly I will be starting to upload It Takes Two again with the last remaining few parts, and that is because the next issue that I have encountered with this new Elgato is that the footage files does disappear all of a sudden sometimes, and I don't know why, and I don't know how, but for me at least, I've tested it on recording It Takes Two, obviously, and then I've also been playing some different single-player games, trophy hunting more than anything when it comes to PS4, which I thought would be a perfect time to test out my new Elgato, because I won't have to worry about potential multiplayer matches being lost if I would encounter issues. And so I've been trophy hunting a lot, and ever since April 19th, I know I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn a lot, and even gotten the Platinum Trophy for that, and played through the Frozen Wilds DLC, which was really great. And yeah, I recorded like a few hours just to find some pattern, I guess you could say, in terms of where the double echo sound thing recording would happen, and see if I could figure out what really triggers it. Sadly I couldn't, but the footage itself did look just like I now expected it to be. The thing is just the sound, but when I now had that recorded and I had eventually finished It Takes Two with Deathmatch, and I had rendered like 2 parts, I had a third one which was something that I was holding out on. I wanted to also include the 3 mini games that me and Deathmatch had missed out on the previous chapters. I wanted to quickly play through those for the first time, record that with me and him playing against each other with the reaction and all that stuff as well, and include that at the end after the credits had rolled and all that sort of thing. And when I had played through the mini games and I went back into the Vegas Pro project, I would come to notice that it would give me a message which pops up when it can't find the files anymore. Vegas Pro would tell me that it was all of a sudden gone, and I was kind of confused about it because I know I had recorded it and all those things. And yeah, as I looked into the folder where the footage should be, it was apparently gone. I don't know what happened. I didn't delete it, and I checked the trash bin and all that stuff to see where it could have been moved to, and I just couldn't figure it out. So yeah, I can't really end the It Takes Two walkthrough yet. I've also told Deathmatch about this, and he wasn't too happy about it. I wasn't happy either when I saw it the first time, but he wasn't too happy because I know he has gotten tired of replaying the same things over and over just because of the Elgato failing on me, and not really necessarily because the game is bad or anything, because the game is great and it was fairly enjoyable for both of us, I would assume. So yeah, having to replay certain chapters because of the Elgato failing constantly isn't too fun, and that is where I guess both of us kind of want to draw our line and say this isn't really something we want to keep doing, but I at least kind of feel like I have to do it at the same time because I have started the walkthrough on my channel. So that's a thing that will be delayed again. I don't know how long. I had actually planned to start the uploads at the end of this week, if not early next week, and finish it up basically, because it's been going on for a while now. So I would like to actually be able to say that I'm finished with the walkthrough. Time will tell when that'll happen. I have asked him to hop back into the game with me just one more time and play it with me, just to replay that last 30 minutes or so with the story. And time will tell if he will be willing to go back and do it or not. I don't really know, because he had deleted the game after we finished it apparently, and I know he had downloaded some other games, and he also did have some storage limits on his PS4 because he had so many other games. So nevertheless, I wanted to quickly provide that update for you viewers. And then last but not least, this isn't really a big issue, this is just more a personal preference thing, but this new Elgato requires me to use a software called 4K Utility to record, because I purchased a Elgato Game Capture HD60S Plus, and the reason for that is because I owned a HD60S before that to record with, and I thought for future proofing I would have a S Plus instead. But now that I own one and I have to switch recording software to the one called 4K Utility, I wasn't really a big fan of that. I had tried to look into it in the past as well quickly, never really bothered too much with it because the HD60S was supported on their older software called Game Capture HD or something like that, and that one was very user friendly for me at least, never really had too many issues. And this new one with the 4K Utility, this is more just my own stupidity, but you have like a library tab there in the 4K Utility which shows you all the recorded stuff, and I was scrolling through it and looking what was recorded. I didn't know it was actually in sync with the old stuff as well from the Game Capture HD software that was recorded there. So the fact that it showed me those things in the new one, I was kind of confused when I would scroll down and see some older stuff, like 5 months ago it was recorded, or 4 or whatever it now was, and because of it I would delete it because it didn't really show me like the proper name to it. It didn't show me a thumbnail preview thing. It just showed me like some numbers, because that's usually what the footage will be named for, unless you put like a title to it or whatever. But then it would also follow up with some numbers, I'm pretty sure, or something like that, at least with the Game Capture HD stuff. In the 4K Utility, anyway, when I looked at it there, it pretty much just showcased me something with numbers, and I was kind of confused. Some of it seemed old, and I knew that I had not recorded at that time with that new software and that new Elgato, and so I would delete some of it, like 10 files, and then after that I would notice that it's actually Call of Duty Black Ops 1 files that I deleted, and those files were actually meant to be uploaded as part of the Prestige 12 journey there, and it pretty much cut my Prestige 12 journey shorter, which I guess isn't too bad to some extent, because I've been uploading Black Ops 1 for a while now, and there's still quite some way to go anyway. But the fact that I had deleted 10 matches there wasn't really something I expected, and I probably also should have looked more into it, but yeah, I didn't, and what happened has happened, and I can't recover that again, because when you delete it there, it doesn't really get moved over to the trash bin either on your desktop, which does really annoy me, and I can't really do too much about it now. So I've decided to hook up a external hard drive where I can back up everything I record, just so that it is saved 2 places, and should the Elgato make something disappear or whatever, I can always go into my hard drive and take the footage from there. Then it's really only the audio stuff that I would have to deal with, so I'm gonna have to look into that more. I don't really know what that could be about, but it will be some interesting times ahead to try and figure that out for sure. And once I now have gotten things sorted out, I guess I will start to slowly hop back into some Call of Duty titles on PS4 again and see if I can maybe get some gameplays there, because I remember I said I wanted to give every Call of Duty a chance again and see what I could do with those different COD games that I owned at least. And also with Battlefield 4, I want to actually continue my mastery dog tag hunting, but if I know I can't potentially record something, then I don't want to take the risk of actually playing it yet, and I'll just keep sticking to the PS3 mainly. Not that you viewers will notice it, because I have schedule uploaded ahead anyway, to the point where it shouldn't be too noticeable anytime soon. But I wanted to at least let you viewers know for now in this commentary what is going on with that stuff. And then I have also thought about playing Modern Warfare 3 more and leveling up guns there, because I never really maxed out anything ever since I hit Prestige 20. I remember I did it in Prestige 10, but once I now Prestige, I obviously lost all my progress, so I have thought about just going for level 31 for all the primaries or whatever and see what I can do. And then I also actually really considered Modern Warfare 2 as a thing that I would attachment hunt in a little bit more of, but that consideration very quickly became something that I had to scrap because I got into a lobby that sadly unlocked everything for me when it comes to titles, emblems, camo, and in general just challenges and attachments. So I can't really do too much besides just play it for fun now, which isn't too bad, but at the same time I do like to have something to go for, like the attachment challenges, because it just gives me a reason to use certain guns and so on, and having that option taken away from me because of the random lobby I joined into, which unlocked everything for me, I had to scrap that idea of actually playing it more. But this is also, I guess, yet another reason why I wish we would have had a Modern Warfare 2 remastered multiplayer at this point. And with that said, as the last thing, Modern Warfare 3 won't be a main game or anything like that. I will just put a bigger focus towards that one because I do think it's the second best Call of Duty game for me, at least, to play, and time will tell how long I can keep playing it depending on the player base and all. And maybe if I someday can't join something, then it will be a big of a issue to call that a main game. So I'm just gonna keep playing it here and there with a bigger focus and see how it'll go, and then obviously also hop back into World of War here and there, and then from there hope that I can play some of the PS4 stuff as well when it comes to multiplayer at least. But yeah, commentary has been dragged on long enough, so enjoy the rest of the footage if it does continue. I'm not really too sure how long this commentary will turn out to be when it's edited, but right now, at least raw, it has passed the 25-minute mark. I think I've talked long enough, so yeah, hopefully I will see you guys in my next one.